So demystifying IT for CPAs and CFOs. In a small business, it is very challenging to have a dedicated resource as your CIO. So it typically falls on the CFO or some other executive leader in the organization that's accountable for IT results. They're leading an IT team as a non-technical leader. There's a lot of challenges with that. So we've tried to put together some content to help close that gap. And it really comes down to kind of three core areas. The first is a purpose, where you headed and why. Number two is about your budget. And third is all about managing the risk. So first, let's talk about the purpose. As an organization, you need to have a vision of who you're going to be and where you're going. It's no different with your technology capabilities. What's the purpose of IT? Are you trying to just manage and react to issues as they come up, respond to fixing PCs and networking issues and just doing the best you can to hang on? Or is your purpose really to try to be more of a digital leader? Are you trying to be proactive with the services you have, making sure you have high uptime, systems are performing optimally, they're connected to your processes and they're really driving business results like increased profitability and measuring in profit per employee? What is the purpose of IT? What do you need it to be for your organization? And how is it going to have an impact on your bottom line? Those are two very, very different scenarios in which you're going to attack IT and the kind of capability you're going to have. And that's where it has to start. Understand what the purpose of IT is for your organization, and where you head from there is going to be driven by that strategic initiative. So after you've got your purpose defined, you know where you're headed as an organization and the IT capabilities you need to have to be successful, you need to make sure your budget aligns to it. So typically an industry average is about 5 to 6% of gross revenue is what an organization's spending on IT. That includes all the software, hardware, networking components, all the people and resources needed to be dedicated to providing IT services for the organization. Now, of course, small businesses, you might spend a little bit more. Certainly financial services, professional services, maybe an uptick from that as well, while manufacturing and some of the other industries could be a little bit lower than that. But the key is to connect what your purpose is to a realistic budget. In other words, if you want to be a digital leader and transform the way you're leveraging technology and drive business results around profitability and profit per employee and client experience and employee experience are all being changed by the way you leverage technology, but your budget's 1.5% of gross revenue, probably not realistic to get there with that type of budget. So make sure your budget is connected to your purpose and that it's realistic, so that if your purpose is to be a digital leader, that you've got budget that supports it. So you have your purpose, you've got your budget aligned to your purpose to make sure you can be successful. The third component is risk. And whether you're a financial company and have high risk with sensitive data and information, or you have zero of that information, you still have inherent risk because you have technology. So in today's day and age, with every organization, every company having some kind of key components of technology that impact your business, you certainly have risk. Whether it's risk of protecting sensitive information, or it's risk in terms of making sure that critical systems are able to be up and perform effectively to deliver services to clients, there's risk associated with that. So make sure that with your budget and your investments that you're allocating the appropriate amount of investment to protect your greatest risk. If you have a high risk in sensitive data and information, then that's where the resources and investment need to be, and make sure that it's effective in protecting that risk. If your risk is more on the operational side of things and making sure systems and support and capabilities are where they need to be relative to keeping those systems operational so you can deliver services to clients, then that's where the investment needs to be. Just make sure you're clear with understanding your overall business risk as it relates to technology and how you're going to be most effective in investing in those resources to mitigate that risk overall. So as a financial leader in an organization tasked with leading IT as well, there's a lot of challenges with that. Hopefully the information we shared today helped get you started to understand some key concepts and move you in the right direction forward. We'd love to hear from you, so feel free to shoot us a comment or email, and we'll be glad to help you out any way we can.